Hello everybody, my name is Don Torsha. The name of my business is Basement to Roof Home Inspections. I spent 20 years as a professional handyman. Today we're going to dig back a little bit in the past and we're going to pull out a tip for you, a painting tip for getting your house ready to sell. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about something that I see frequently that people have a difficulty with, which is patching drywall. This applies to, now here we have a gouge in the drywall. This would be a nail pop if you wanted, or a hole, anything in drywall that you're repairing. Okay, I'm using this product here from the Home Depot. The 5 means that it sets up in 5 minutes, so you want to work with it quickly. You don't have very long to work with it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure everything's flush. This gouge is bumped out a little bit. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my hammer, and this applies to your nail pops a lot too. Okay, I'm going to take my hammer, I'm going to make sure everything's down in there flush, below the surface. Take my razor knife, and I'm going to trim off all the loose stuff from me banging on it, pushing it in. Okay, get all this out of here like that. Okay, see how my hole's now clean? And it's a divot rather than a bump or a gouge. Okay, so we get everything's all cleaned out. Right, we make sure that our edge is all recessed in. Okay, so now we did our prep work for our patch. Okay, I have a little bit in here. Since it's a 5, you don't have long to work with it. Okay, so we have a little bit of our patch, a little bit of cold water. If you use hot, it accelerates and it makes it go too fast. Okay, and what we're going to do, we're going to mix it to the consistency of peanut butter. Kind of think of peanut butter. Alright, so now see that's it's a little bit loose. See how it's kind of sloppy, so I need to add just a little bit more of my mix. Barely walk it in slowly. Alright, so there is our patch. Sticks together in a clump. It's not hard, it's kind of peanut butter. We'll go back to peanut butter. Okay? Now, here's the key. The key to this whole thing, and I see people mess this up all the time. 20 years of painting is this. Your first coat, you're not going to accomplish all this in one coat. This is a 2, maybe 3 coat process. So what I'm doing is I'm pushing it down in there like that and getting it all inside of there. Now right now you see how it's big and it bulges out when you push it in. And that's what people attempt to do all this in one time. This is what I see frequently. A big gobby thing like this. I see that all the time. For your first coat, take it all off completely. Everything off the surface for your first coat. Okay, now we're going to fast forward. We have set maybe 15-20 minutes. It's hardened. Now what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the second coat. The key to the second coat is this. You have to be able to see through the first coat. And again, I get people try, ooh, let's do it all in one big coat, right? Where now you can't see through it. No, you want to be able to see through the first coat. And you might have to go a couple different directions. Okay, you can see through the first coat, right? Then, get rid of the excess. Okay? So you did your first one, you let it dry, and then in between the first and second, scrape off the excess. So let's go back a little bit. Before you put the second on, you get the high spots. Now we're back to our second one. And you want to be able to see through it. And you might have to go a couple different directions too. Okay? There you go. You can see through the first one, but it's still covered. And if you need a third, you want to be able to see through the second one when you put your third one on there. Let it dry. sand it lightly, and then paint it. When you paint it, you have to paint it twice. If you just put paint on this like you're painting a wall, right? We're painting. You will see this come through. It's called flashing. You'll see it. It'll glare at you. Let it dry. Sand it. Paint this. Let it dry. Then paint the whole wall. I'm Don Torsha. Thank you very much.